What do you mean Opaline become an alicorn by using forbidden magic? Hold on, that's just the beginning of it. Some things in this video will blow your mind if you grew up watching My Little Pony. So buckle up because I'll tell you everything right now. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and that Lauren Faust is the creator of the show I think most of you guys know of. But did you know that she has her own pony version? Of course she does, right? Her pony self is a white alicorn with a crimson mane and a long and beautiful tail that match as big as Celestia, and she is usually called Faustcorn. Her cutie mark is a feather and an inkwell, and it totally matches, as she is the creator of the series. Other names given to her by fans are Mother Mare, Regal Mother, and Queen Faust. Faustcorn exists purely among the creator and her fandom, never appearing in the series Friendship is Magic, although fans generally depict her as Celestia and Luna's mother, like she's some sort of alicorn goddess, which again makes total sense. Imagine how cool it would be if she appeared in some sort of flashback with both princesses in their young age. I would love to see that. What about you guys? Leave it if you want to see it appearing in the show at some point. Have you ever watched Lord of the Rings? The main villain Sauron, the creepy being that appears only in the shape of a giant fire eye as he lost his physical shape. Did you notice that King Sombra's design was inspired by him? That was confirmed by the show's editor Megan McCarthy, who also said that he was always destined to be a dark presence. The reference to Sauron are hidden in many things about Sombra, but mostly his red and tantering eyes and his crown that, besides being pointy, has a symbol in the middle that reminds a lot of Sauron's eyes. I mean it, I don't know how, I've never noticed that before. Have you ever noticed it? Leave a like if that's new to you too. Discord's first name was the Troublemaker. This before they decided that he would be inspired in Q from Star Trek. And his biggest inspiration in my opinion is from a scene from the episode Q Who, where Picard refers to Q as the closest relative to Chaos. This phrase alone says everything, but let me explain how this all happened. Jason Thiessen, director of the series, confirmed that the character Discord was inspired in the character Q, who was played by John Delancey in the Star Trek New Generation series. At the beginning, production was thinking about calling a voice actor that looked a lot like Lancey, but luckily Delancey was available to play Discord and he accepted the role. Q and Discord have a lot in common, including a kink for games, snapping their fingers to use their powers, and so much more. It's a great reference, isn't it? Now let's talk about Opaline becoming an alicorn. She was born in Skyros, which is a city of alicorns. If all of its inhabitants are alicorns, then it makes sense that she was born as one. The same way we believe Celestia and Luna were also born as alicorns and not became one, like Cadence and Twilight. Opaline might have had alicorn parents and was born this way, living a relatively good life in Skyros, but knowing that her magic was superior compared to the other ponies. In chapter 4 of My Little Pony Leave Your Mark, it's revealed that she was a child at the same time as Princess Celestia and Princess Luna, which means that she is also over 1,000 years old. Even though she was already an alicorn and lived a happy life, she might have realized that Celestia and Luna's magic was bigger than hers, which made her jealous and made her seek for more power. Thus, she got her cutie mark, which are two blue flames that reminds a lot of two wings, which are purple diamonds that also appeared to have a flame on top of it. These elements can symbolize her wish for power and her connection to fire since the beginning. But by chapter 6, we find out that she was banned from Skyros. And here's an interesting detail. She attacked Equestria's dragons to become a fire alicorn. This suggests that she wasn't an alicorn at the time and needed to retrieve its powers. But why was Opaline banned from Skyros? We know that Skyros is a city overtaken by alicorns, which suggests that its society might be highly structured and ruled in a strict laws. If all of its inhabitants are alicorns, so their magical power should be huge, and it would demand some sort of control to avoid chaos. Maybe she was weaker than Celestia and Luna, or she simply didn't have the same potential to rule. This could have created an inferiority complex and an obsessive seek for power. If Skyrose had a console or a supreme monarch, Opaline might have tried to take the crown to herself. Maybe she was the lead of a rebel group, gathering followers that believed that alicorns were supposed to rule all Equestria with iron hoofs. This would be a conflict between Celestia and Luna's harmony idea, which would result in her ban. Another option is, we know that Opaline has a strong connection with fire and flames. What if this isn't just a symbolic, but indeed a destructive magic? Maybe she crafted the spell to increase her powers, and that caused a hazard in Skyrose, forcing its leaders to ban her in order to protect the city. After her ban, Opaline resented it and started her journey to regain her powers and increase them. She found in the dragons an opportunity for that, so she attacked them. But what if Opaline was an alicorn before that? She has the need to seek for more power. If Opaline was an alicorn since the beginning, why would she need to go after a way to transform? A common thing among G4 villains is that they seek absolute power, like King Sombra and Starlight Glimmer. If Opaline was already a powerful alicorn, she might have just followed the same path, but instead of going through a regular path, she decided to become a superior being using prohibited methods that we can see in her unstable magic. When Opaline uses magic, her body shines with blue flames. This doesn't happen with Celestia, Luna, Cadence, or Twilight, who have a stable and fluid magical aura. This could mean that her transformation was forced or corrupted, or when she stole the dragon's magic, her magic became unstable. Which of these possibilities is more likely to you? She being born an alicorn or having become one? Comment it down below, I will love to hear it. Fluttershy was the first character created for G4. Lauren Faust based her in a pony from G1 called Posie, and Posie appeared again in G5. In G1, Posie is a yellow earth pony with a pink mane and cute mark that has delicate flowers forming a circle. In her original G4 design, Fluttershy also was an earth pony, so she would have a similar appearance to Posie's, but in the end, they decided to give her wings. Her mark also changed from flowers to 3 butterflies, inspired in Fluttershy from G3. I saw some images of both G3 and G4 Fluttershys with their colors swapped, and I found them both really cute. Tell me, do you guys think those colors match? And I say that Posie appears in G5, right? Do you guys remember her here? Her name is Posie Bloom, and she has the same colors and cutie mark as the original Posie, with some detail changes here and there, like her hairstyle, but I thought it was really cool to see that they kept her green ribbon in the tail. They also revived G1's design with her. Do you guys agree with me? Comment it down below. The new Posie also has a different personality from the other 2 ponies. She isn't so sweet like them, having a much stronger temper, at least at the beginning. In the special Make Your Mark, Posie appears for the first time when Izzy breaks into her garden. She considers the return of magic a bad thing, saying that Pegasus flying and unicorns using telekinetics gets in the way of Earth ponies' day-to-day life, as they don't have magic. But in the end of the special, when the Earth ponies find out that they do have magic and that it's linked to nature, she appreciated the idea, even though she has nothing to do with G1 Posie nor Fluttershy. And still talking about G1, there's a human protagonist called Megan Williams that briefly appeared in Equestria Girls as a tribute. Although Megan changed her clothes along the episodes, generally she used a blue overall and a pink blouse with long sleeves under it, didn't wear shoes, and her blonde hair was always up in a ponytail. In Equestria Girls, there's a quick scene where she appears running alongside the other girls, using exactly this outfit. The only difference is the shade of the color of her hair, which seems like a red hair. And did you know that T-Rex is the oldest villain in My Little Pony? He appeared for the first time in G1 in the animated special from 1984, Rescue at Midnight Castle, and his appearance is identical to G4's T-Rex, although he looks a lot creepier to me. In the episode, Megan was taken to Dream Valley by Firefly to help to save her friends by defeating T-Rex, who lived in the Midnight Castle besides his servant Scorpion. That's right guys, Scorpion was T-Rex employee, and not his brother like we see in G4. And did you notice the name of the castle? It's the same name of the realm where he lives in G4, Midnight. The developers left that untouched when they remade the show. Well, why would you do it from scratch when you have the really great model already? In G1 Special, T-Rex orders to kidnap the ponies from Dream Valley to execute his plans of creating an eternal night. Does that remind you of someone? I think I don't even need to say it, right? We don't know how much about his past or what was his connection with the ponies, but at the time when this pilot released, he established himself as the master of Midnight Castle, gathered a small army, and defended at least one human realm, as seen by the way he slaved the human prince, Scorpion, and turned him into a monster. And at some point, he also recruited Spike as his minion, but luckily the dragon broke free from his commands when T-Rex was defeated. What do you guys think about these references to G1 in G4? And what about Opaline? Do you guys think that she became an alicorn using dark magic, or did she just steal the dragon's magic? Leave your opinion down below. Thank you a lot for watching this video till here, and hasta la vista!